It's a glorified practice, they say. It's just a practice in front of the fans, they say. I've even said it. And we're going to talk about that glorified practice, how it went down yesterday, and what we've learned from those other glorified practices, I don't know, say 2023, say 2022. And we'll dive into that much more. Welcome to Clemson Football Live. I'm Brian. I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk about the Clemson 2024 spring game and break it down. Now, listen, this is going to be a quick video, so I'm not going to cover everything. So I know somebody, a keyboard warrior, is going to start, lighting it up, or someone with the thumbs of a lightning bolt is going to start firing away. You didn't talk about this, but you're not a real fan. I hear it all the time, and actually, I look forward to those. I look forward to those comments. I taunt you, my friend. I taunt you. Anyway, because I'm going to be talking about, I'm getting back to what I'm saying after I taunt you, this week I'm going to be breaking down what we learned from yesterday and just kind of go over some thoughts that throughout the week that other people have. People were calling me yesterday and telling me what was going on. You're like, hold on, you were calling? I listened to the first part of the broadcast, and just personally, I had to get out of town. The past few weeks has been absolutely crazy, and so I packed up my youngest son. My other son was working. My wife wasn't feeling well yesterday, and she was just hanging out here. So I took my youngest. We hopped in the car. We went to the mountains, and I said, I'm just going to catch the highlights tomorrow. I'm going to read every article I can get my hands on, and then I'm going to talk to people who were actually there at the spring practice, and then I'm just going to kind of go from there. And I've done that, but I really need to get out of town yesterday. So I am going to dive into what I saw from watching replays of yesterday's spring game, articles I've read, and people that I've talked to. And what's funny is it all lines up. It all flipping lines up, and it is scary. Because in 2022, we saw DJ walk out onto the field, and he was throwing the ball into the ground. And everybody said, okay, this is just spring practice. Everybody calm down. You're overreacting. DJ's going to be fine. DJ wasn't fine, was he? He's now playing for his third team. And Florida State fans don't want to accept the same message I told Tennessee fans about Joe Milton. At one moment, DJ looks like one of the best passers in the game, and in the next moment, he's throwing the ball into the turf so much that it leaves a crater. It looks like a small bomb exploded. And you're like, what just happened, bro? What just happened? And so that happened. Last year, the offense looked anemic. That's not, even I came on here and I did something, I went against one of my principles. I lied to myself. I was being overly optimistic, like someone had given me a shot of happy pills. Everything's okay. C-L-E-M-S-O-N T-O-G-E-R-S. And we cheered together, and then we were shocked when Clemson lost 4 ball games last year. Well, Brian, Sweeney stepped in. He fired what's his face, and he hired Matt. Look at it. We're 4 minutes in. I haven't said a word about yesterday. Here we go. We have a quarterback problem at Clemson, and I'm going to talk about this more and more this week. And I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on this, but if you feel okay with that quarterback performance yesterday, save Trent Pierman, a walk-on from local Daniel High School, who's a 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year. If you're okay with that, you're going to be shocked on August the 31st what the Georgia Bulldogs, a team that was only 3 points away from possibly making a run at a three-peat this year, you're going to be shocked at what they do to Clemson. I saw passes by Klubnik thrown into double and triple coverage. I saw Vizina, who I have been hearing he's getting better. He's not terrible, but it's not elite play. And the best quarterback that we did see yesterday was Trent Pierman. And then you have to ask your flipping self, why is it that we recruited DJ and he didn't work out, and Cade, he's struggling. I'm giving grace to the kid. Y'all know me that I've told all of y'all that he has picked up poor habits. Somebody hasn't developed that kid. By the way, coach is supposed to develop them. I don't care how well they commentate during a spring game. The head coach, all the way down to who they hire, is supposed to develop that young man. Christopher Vizina is a 4-star. Some people said 5-star. He's a 4-star. He's not developing. Folks, when do you want to go ahead and stop drinking the Kool-Aid and admit we have a development problem now at the quarterback position? I remember when I went to the spring game. It was the year that Trevor Lawrence was a freshman. He had just came in. Kelly had just played the prior year, led us to a college football playoff, and then Alabama clamped down on him and made him throw the football, and that was his Achilles heel. He was not the passer that Clemson needed. Kelly could have played anywhere else. There's tons of players throughout college football history who came into a program playing one position and switched to another, and they went on to play in the NFL. That didn't happen here. And I remember sitting in that spring game, and I looked at someone who was sitting with me, and I said, if I came to Clemson and I did not know that guy was the starting quarterback for the team this past year, and then you have Chase Bryce jogging out there and playing, and you had Trevor Lawrence jogging out there playing, I would have told them, I said, I would swear this guy's the third string and not the starter. And after watching highlights, talking to people, reading articles, if you didn't know Clemson football yesterday, if you didn't, you would have said Trent Pierman was the starting quarterback. I'm going to do a video more on that this week. I got to move faster. Bryant Wesco, nice catch. Nice pass from Trent Pierman. Nice run by Pierman. We saw probably Antonio Williams looked the best he's looked since his freshman season. I know he had problems last year. He was having physical issues. We had a lot of guys like Maffa, Brennan Stoll, Stellato, Tyler Brown. They didn't play yesterday because of some of them were injured, and then Maffa and Brennan Stoll, they just didn't play. I don't blame them. And we had other players on the defensive side of the ball like T.J. Parker and Peter Woods. They didn't play. And folks, this is a short video. I've already said it. So if you're looking for me to just break down everything, I'm going to do that throughout the week. But my initial reaction to this thing, the defense still looks like the defense. Jamal Anderson jumping. Do you realize that the velocity that Vizina was throwing that ball and how close Jamal Anderson actually is to the line of scrimmage? And his reaction time, and then his eye-hand coordination to be able to catch that ball that fast and then run it back for a touchdown. That's the reason the ball gets batted at the line of scrimmage more than it gets caught midair, because that is unbelievable. Very good job by Jamal Anderson. He had, 2 interceptions yesterday? 1 return for a touchdown. He might have had a third. I can't remember. Lawson had the beautiful interception covering a wheel route. What a play there. The DBs were DBing yesterday. We saw some young players get in there. True freshmen come in with an interception. We had Sammy Brown coming in, him and his hair. Just was blowing up stuff from right at the beginning. Look, what does this sound like, folks? Let me break this on down a little more for you. The defense is still doing what the defense has been doing. Playing great defense. The offense, You have good players here and there. But, and that's where I'm going to leave this thing. I really don't know what to say. The kicking was Gunn came out and he missed a kick from what I can remember. That was a 50+ yard kick. Yeah, he attempted a 55-yard kick. It was long enough, but it was just wide right, folks. That's still a miss. Nolan Hauser, is it Hauser or Hooser? I don't know. I can go look up how to pronounce his name. Either way, he hit some nice field goals. I think he had one miss yesterday. Could be wrong. Synopsis. Looks like recent Clemson football to me. Great defense. Questionable quarterback play. Now, you can step back and say you can't, when you talk about sacks in a game like this, would they have the whole thing where, and I get it, it's practice. They touch them, they're down. We know in a real game that's not going to happen. We know that's not going to happen. And just because you touch someone, unless you're Warren Sapp, you're not going down. That player's not going down. Unless Warren Sapp is grabbing you with his thumb, which I've seen him do that before back in the day, and you went flying like a rag doll, a touch is not going to be down. They're protecting the quarterback. I get that. But I'm just telling you, folks, other than considering that for the sacks, the offensive line play was solid. It wasn't great, but they still have to. Here's a couple other things. They still have to continue to get better. Matt Luke still needs more time. He's still having to retrain these guys. Reaction time. Listen to me. Reaction time. And by the way, I have the comments turned off. I can't see them right now on purpose so I can stay on subject. Hello to everyone. I'm not ignoring you. But reaction time has to be retrained. And he's doing that. Also, the poor decision making and bad habits that Cade has picked up due to the poor offensive line play and the poor preparation over the past few years, it's still with him, folks. It's still with him. And maybe you want to sit here and sing your Clemson's version of Frozen's Let It Go, Brian. Let it go, let it go. Let it go, Brian. 5 months away is it's 5 months away, Brian. Come on, man. We'll play Georgia. We're going. All right. Okay. But I just don't think some of the quarterback play we saw yesterday is going to be fixed. I would say nice run, Trent Pearman. Nice run. Folks, I want to know what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Try to get through here and say hello. Kevin, good to see you, my friend. Michael Foster, Jay, John Thomas. What's the beauty? That's the beauty of living in the upstate of South Carolina. That's it. Thanks for supporting the channel, John Thomas. He's a member. Thanks for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Let's see. Pearman looks like the best quarterback on the field. Funny how the third stream telling you it is. Jay the Goat's in here. Go Dogs. Can you blame quarterback coaching when Pearman looked mentally ready? He had to come in and he has to self-develop himself. That's the only way that I can say, Jay. I do blame them for DJ. I do blame them for Cade. And I do blame them for what's looking to be like Vizina. I mean, that's 3 and outs. The Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns was one of those teams that if you got picked to go play quarterback there, I don't care if you were the first overall pick, your career died. Clemson's going to get that reputation for highly rated, quarterbacks. Do you have the quarterback stats for each? No, I don't. I just know that Pearman way outperformed them. I did see a stat for him, and it was incredible. Sammy Brown is as advertised. Let me see. That's why Riley was hired. I hope so. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. Leave your comments below. What is your concerns about yesterday? What are your thoughts? Just let me know what they are, and pass it along. I look forward to seeing this week. This opened up a can of worms. First video tomorrow. And I have a busy day with work tomorrow, so I'm trying to get a video done. But I'm going to go ahead and tell all 51 of you who are currently watching this on Sunday. There's a video coming out tomorrow about our quarterback situation, and why you and I should be throwing up a little. And no, I'm not overreacting. We were underreacting last year to the spring game. We underreacted to DJ's performance in the spring game 2 years ago. Folks, are we naive? Do we have no logical judgment? Do we just run off of emotion? All you have to do is throw orange and white on it, and suddenly we lose all sense of judgment. I'm just asking you this, folks. That's just like with politics. You can just change a D to an R and R to a D, and people absolutely lose any ability to say this is right or wrong, point blank. I'm so irritated I can't even speak. Point blank. It doesn't matter who does it. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. And with Clemson, we need to stop seeing everything with a tiger paw on it. Take it off and just make it black and white. Is it good? Is it bad? And then go from there. And folks, right now, the quarterback situation is not looking good. It's bothersome. And I'm talking about that tomorrow, providing I have the time to do it. Folks, thank you so much. You take care of yourself. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to support the channel on a monthly basis. Do it. It's $3 or $5. I do appreciate it. Frustrating or not frustrating, it's always good to be a Tiger. Go Tigers.